Yeah.
Then you've got Sigourney Weaver in the movie Holes, which was also co-sponsored with Disney. And this is all about child labor camps and subterranean complexes.
What was the movie called?
Holes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta check this out. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was a Phoenix picture. And then we get to, what was the... Apt Pupil by Stephen King, which is all about Nazi worship. And how this child was so enraptured by the Nazis, and then he ends up causing trauma to the Nazi. He totally screws this Nazi's mind.
Interesting. Yeah. But by the way, the actor River Phoenix, do you remember this guy?
I used to know him. I didn't even know it. I used
really?
to hang out with him in Orlando, and I had no idea it was him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I only found out after he died.
Oh, well, yeah. Maybe you could talk about that. What happened? There are some, I guess, conspiracy surrounding this event.
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't really looked much into River Phoenix.
Yeah. Okay.
All that it did end up crossing into my world.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it at the time. And,
okay. Yeah.
But definitely the whole. He was, of course, Indiana Jones, and we end up back at Sean Connery and the finding of the Holy Grail.
Yeah. Do you think we could tie movies like Highlander into this? A little bit of Nephilim theme going on?
Definitely.
Yeah.
In Highlander, Sean Connery plays an immortal. Well, they're all immortals, and this has always been one of the things that magic has sought and alchemy has sought was the tree of life.
Yeah.
The one denied us, right? And so you'll find immortality as a main theme throughout this. And in Highlander, of course, Sean Connery was based as an Egyptian. And we'll continue to go back further into time, and when you get back to Egypt, we're back to Enoch, back to Cain.
Yeah.
Definitely, these stories are being implanted into our subconscious and into our very creative imagination. And truly, this is what they truly want to usurp, is our imagination.
Yeah.
And that's what they want to control.
Do you think that they are trying to create myth, or that there actually are truth to these events, that they are actually reproducing them and again, I guess, implanting them into our, collective conscious?
In their belief structure, absolutely, it's reality, such as stories with Battlestar Galactica. And this is a Mormon mythos. This is their belief system. And where we find all of the characters again. We've got Adama, who runs the ship, and his connections with Adam. And as I was going through, now, of course, let's preface this by saying Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormon religion, was a Freemason who seems to have been ritually murdered for creating his own Masonic religion. So, we're back at the Masons, and we're back to Hollywood again.
Sure.
So this Battlestar Galactica is actually based off of their belief system and its extraterrestrial roots of origins of humanity. And what you do, or what I found, I was just starting to get again into. It was Battlestar Galactica that made me realize that my father was a Freemason.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, how strange is it that I used to wear my father's Masonic cufflinks on my collar as my insignia for my Battlestar Galactica play when I was a child back in the 70s. And it wasn't until I was in college that I ran into the Freemason symbolism, and I recognized that symbol and said, why do I know that? And it turns out that I would wear this as my Battlestar Galactica insignia.
Interesting.
That's how I found out my dad was a Freemason, thanks to the Freemason Joseph Smith and his story of extraterrestrial
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, the names that he chose, Apollo being the sun god and son of Adama.
Yeah.
But the one that really, as I went through them all, we had Athena and Apollo and Cassiopeia, but you get to Starbuck, and I was a little confused by Starbuck.
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't find him in the Greek mythologies, and I couldn't understand where he fit into the picture.
Yeah.
But I took his character and realized that he was the rogue. He was the drinking, cigar-smoking gambler.
Yeah.
And this rogue character I finally recognized as Lucifer. And I said, so that's what Starbuck is. Well, just as I was starting to discover that Lucifer might be a woman and actually be connected to Venus, as I show in my Columbia film.
Exactly, yeah.
They turned the whole movie around for this new version, and guess what? Starbuck's a woman.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
I mean, obviously, I guess this is also where you're leading, but I mean, Starbucks, the coffee, the logo there.
Oh God, does it not stop? Will it ever stop? I mean, the original version of the Starbucks logo is a skyla, which is a way that they used to explain how we had sex with these merfolk, and we're gonna, constantly come back to the merfolk as well.
Yeah.
But what you see there, which they've now covered up with the Starbuck word, is her tails being brought up behind her head, much in a very sexual position, but which most people think are her hands, because it looks like her hands are up by her head, but those are her tails. And that is how they used to explain sex with these merfolk, because when we start to look into the origins of things, when you get to Nimrod and Queen Semiramis, and Athena and Venus, we are always finding that they are spawned of these merfolk.
Yeah.
And even Poseidon and Enki of the Sumerian was also a merfolk, or at least connected. And then, of course, Dagon and Oans and all that.
All the rest of them, yeah, sure. I mean, can we connect? I guess wasn't it? What is he called again? Not Oannes, but the other guy who has a three-headed, like a pitchfork, also.
Yes, Poseidon.
Yeah, is it Poseidon who has that?
Yeah, that's the only one I know of.
Okay, yeah,
sure. Of course, is the symbol for Wachovia banking.
Ah.
And, we're discussing, of course, the Watchers who watch over you.
Yeah.
It might be reaching, but once you take everything else into account, it's not reaching too far.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, the one thing that I could connect with all of that regarding the pitchfork is, that you have been talking about, obviously, the W, and I guess we could connect that with the Shin, the Hebrew letter of Shin, also.
Yes, absolutely. It does resemble, of course, my understanding of the letter W equates with the 66, V being 6 in Hebrew, and this would take us straight to George Lucas and the Revenge of the Sith, where it is upon executing Order 66 that they kill off all the Jedi, and Jedi, of course, is another term used for the Watchers.
Yeah.
So we've got W killing the Jedi in Star Wars, and they say it 3 times just to make sure that you hear it. And personally, I feel that he is outlining the decline of America through that movie where General Grievous is Bin Laden, the robot with a cough, showing so, and you've got the whole story outlined where the senator then takes over the Republic and becomes the emperor. And I've really kind of expected this to occur. I'm not certain who the senator will be. I've always felt that it would be Cheney. And maybe it will be Hillary.
Yeah, sure. Who knows? I mean, and also on I guess that the one the executing order to all of this, the beginning, the initial to this is, of course, W, then, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Amazing. And then when we look at Warner Brothers, who are, huge in this whole story, and they really are starting to found the age of the dark hero with ideas like V for Vendetta and the Dark Batman and the Dark Superman that all came out. These Warner Brothers, WB, well, B in Kabbalism is the letter of the magician. So once again, we're right there with the magician of the fallen angels, because 66 is the number of the fallen angels in Kabbalism. And WB would be read as the magicians of the fallen angels.
Fascinating. And listen, Freeman, we're approaching, getting close to the end of this segment here, and we certainly would like to continue if you're up for it. And I mean, there are a lot of other stuff to also get into. A few more questions and points about the Mormon and the connection to the Battlestar Galactica and a whole lot more. But again, tell folks, who aren't familiar with you or your work, about your website, and also, of course, about your excellent DVD that you have available.
Absolutely. I do have four DVDs out now. We've got the original Freeman Perspective, which is 3 hours long. It covers the corporate logos, Columbia, HARP, chemtrails, and then the art of synchronicity, which I believe is our escape path, which is what I feel is being usurped by Hollywood, is our very creative play that allows these synchronicities to happen. And that is the Freeman Perspective. And then I've got the Codex Magica with Tex Mars, 2 hours on the hand signs and gestures of the Illuminati, and that's very revealing about who's all in charge and who their alliances are. Then I have released the Chronicles of Freeman, which gets into movies like V for Vendetta and some of Hollywood's more nefarious films that people don't recognize as nefarious, and then the very concepts we're dealing with today.
Yeah.
And then Return of the Nephilim, which stars Michael Tsarian and Giorgio Tsoukalos, and even a Raelian that I had interviewed.
Oh, really?
The Raelian's a little deeper, and that one is 5 hours long, and it's that. So you can get all of these at freemantv.com, and if you prefer not to order online, you can order from my P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 4051, and that's Austin, Texas, and it's 78765. I can receive cash, checks, or money order, and just make it all out to Freeman.
Awesome.
So either way, you can find me there, Freeman TV, or at my P.O. Box 4051.
Excellent, everyone. Check that out, freemantv.com. And again, thank you for this segment, Freeman. And we will continue in our subscriber section. We'll take a short break, and we will be right back. All right, we have a lot more to talk about with Freeman. We are going to continue speaking about movies, production companies, actors, hints, hidden messages, and communications within the entertainment industry and modern culture. So I hope you will join us in the subscriber section for much more interesting stuff. If you're currently not subscribing to Red Eyes Creations, I hope you consider signing up with us. For about 12 US cents a day, you'll get full access to our growing archive, and you help the radio show and the website going. Thank you so much for listening to the show, and thanks to Big Brother behind the controls, Fredrik Palmgren. We will be back this Thursday with former, in quotes here, super soldier Duncan O'Finian. Lots of good stuff coming up, so stay tuned to redicecreations.com. This is Henrik Palmgren. Take care. We'll talk soon.